back in Appalachia. And this time we're looking for acid. We're going to visit 3 places in this video, and they're all in the forest region, so even low-level players can stock up. Here are all the items that contain acid. Our first location is the WV Lumber Company, way up in the top left of the map. This is where a gang of free radicals have decided to make their camp, so be careful when wandering around. You can either jump the fence or pick the lock on this door to get in, though I'm sure there are probably other entrances. The first thing I do is take out the turret and have a nose around on this deck area. Mainly for booze, as these guys know how to party in the wasteland. There's loads more than just acid to be found here, so I'll try to keep to the relevant junk, but I highly suggest you ransack the place for other components. Moving over to the first shed, we find a chemistry station. Wait a second. A chemistry station we can scrap stuff on later if we need to. We can loot a gas canister and sift through the tool chest and boxes. Pick up a flip lighter, and if you don't already have it, an armor plan. There's some loose screws on the table, then we can move on to the next building. There's a mod on the shelf, some aluminium scrap. On the desk, a toy rocket ship, an alarm clock, a gas canister on the floor, a phone, waste antiseptic, a Braxo, a pack of cigarettes, a stim pack, an antifreeze bottle, and a gear. Turning around, we can find a typewriter. And on these shelves, we can grab an aluminium canister, 2 kinds of cans, and an empty paint can. Head into the main building and we can pick up a fan, more drinks, a Braxo, a pan, more Abraxo, another fan. Man, these guys are keeping well ventilated in here. Next to another chemistry station, a used oil can and some waste acid. Heading upstairs, we can find a hairbrush, some plastic plates and cutlery, a dinner fork, duct tape and cans, a load of lockers to hunt through, antifreeze, a Braxo, a canister, a gear, volatile materials box, some goodies in the tool chest, and some ammo and cans around the rest of the room. Moving into the next building, we can grab some loose gears, an orange canister, and another stim pack. There's more chems on the shelf, as well as aluminium scrap, loose gears, a phone, and a fusion core on the desk. There's a coffee pot on the shelf, and another aluminium scrap on the floor in the rubble. Walking past the shelves, there's waste oil, loose screws, and waste acid to pick up. Leaving the building, there's more free radicals outside waiting to be friends. Does anyone know what this pink mist is about? It keeps happening to me, but I have no idea how or why. I do like the random psychedelic effects though. Trippy, man. Once they're all dealt with, we can grab more canisters. Yes, there's a lot of canisters here. Then in this building we can find a makeshift battery, coolant in the lockers, another stim pack and some containers to loot, another coolant on top of the lockers, and another outside on this table. Down the steps we can grab a yellow paint can. Moving towards these campers. Holy crap! Okay, wasn't expecting that. Give me a sec. Whew. Inside we can grab an alarm clock and some psycho. Ooh, someone was grilling hot dogs out front. Don't mind if I do. In the canvas tent there's another coolant, and as I was running back to the building with the power armor stations, I found another coolant on the shelf along with loose gears. A hefty stack of junk from this location, and we got a load more than just acid. The next location is the Darling Sisters lab, just down the road from the lumber company, so you can walk it if you're over encumbered, like I seem to be most of the time, because I don't have enough. Does anyone else really hate these floaters? I was perfectly happy without these existing in the world. On the plus side, Floater Nasher Plus sacks contain acid, but that doesn't mean I like them. Okay, now the coast is clear, we can grab some fuel, and the main thing we want is the hallucinogen gas canisters, which have a staggering 5 acid each. Going into the metal camper, there's another canister on the table, and one on the shelf. The next shack over isn't very eventful, but has some chems and ammo. And the next shack has some goodies to grab. A toy alien, truck, car, and rocket ship, and 4 wooden blocks. Heading up the hill, there's a Braxo on the table, and a tinkerer's workbench to scrap everything. Randomly, if you want a load of oil, there's 7 bars of soap in this wheelbarrow by the first building. Seems a little excessive, but at least the Darling Sisters were staying clean in the post-apocalypse. Finally, we're heading south to the Silva Homestead. Go over to this building with the yellow sign above the door, and we can find an antifreeze bottle, a microscope, another canister, kitchen scales, a bobblehead, a pencil and pen, a fan, a sensor module, and some wonder glue. Under the stairs are bags of chlorine, which have 3 acid each. On the stairs is a can of rat poison, and upstairs we can grab more canisters. Another bag of chlorine, and some duct tape. Wandering down to the house, we have some ghouls to punch in the face. Then we can loot a tin pitcher, wooden blocks and cotton yarn. Before these guys get the jump on me. One of the few bugs I like in this game. Upstairs we can grab a shadeless lamp, some toys, and a full giddy up buttercup. There's a cat bowl and a wooden block on the floor. Then, don't forget to fall through the floor, running back up and being slightly more careful this time. We can grab an alarm clock, a yellow table lamp, a silver locket and pocket watch, and break into this safe. If you see a fellow vault dweller, don't forget to say hi, even if they immediately leave. So from these 3 locations, here's the junk haul we got. Loads of different components, but the main focus was on acid, which I think we did rather well on. There's more locations and ways to get acid, but as I said before, this is lobby friendly. If you want more ways to get acid, let me know and I can do a follow-up. What resources are you looking for in the wasteland? Where's your favourite place to farm acid? I hope you found this helpful, and now you're ready to smelt all the ore you have in your stash box, or just make some lemonade 76 style. This was fun. Let's do it again sometime. And if you like what you saw, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like down below.